The solar wind is a stream of charged particles that flows from Sun's outer atmosphere into the solar system. It is composed of protons and electrons and other charged particles that are constantly flowing outward from the Sun. The solar wind plays an important role in shaping the space environment around the Sun and has important implications for Earth and other planets in our solar system. The solar wind is created by Sun's corona, which is the outermost layer of the Sun's atmosphere. The corona is a region of hot ionized gas that is continuously expanding out into the space. As this gas expands, it is carried along by the magnetic field of Sun, which wraps around the Sun and extends outward into the space. The charged particles in corona are also affected by magnetic field and are carried along with the gas as it flows outward into the solar system. Its existence was deduced from the observations of the tails of comets. A comet usually has two tails. The most obvious is the dust tail, which is composed of grains of material that are released as Sun sublimates ice from the surface of the comet's nucleus and releases the grains of dust embedded within it. The dust particles feel the radiation pressure from Sun and are pushed away from the Sun, forming a tail which is usually curved, tending to lie along the comet's elliptical orbit. There is also an ion tail composed of ionized molecules such as cyanogen gas, carbon monoxide, which gives them the bluish color as the electrons recombine. The ion tail is very straight but cannot be explained by the radiation pressure as the interaction is not sufficient. It could however be explained if the Sun was emitting a stream of charged particles thought to be high energy electrons or protons, which would interact with the ions, transforming the momentum from them and driving them away from the Sun. There are about 7 million ions per cubic meter in solar wind, mostly protons and electrons, but with some heavier ions. The solar wind is not constant but varies in intensity and speed over time. The speed of the solar wind can change from around 300 to 800 km per second. The solar wind is also affected by Sun's magnetic field, which can create regions of high and low density in the solar winds. These regions are known as coronal holes, and they are the major source of high-speed solar wind that can impact our space environment. Assuming that the mass loss is uniform in all the directions, we can calculate that Sun loses approximately 5 into 10 to the 16 kg mass per year, which is around 3 into 10 to the minus 14 of its center mass. In this rate, it would lose all its mass in 10 to the 13 years, but that is about 1000 times longer than the predicted lifetime of Sun, that is around 10 to the 10 years. So it has a minimal effect on the evolution of Sun. The solar wind has important implications for Earth and other planets in our solar system. When solar wind interacts with Earth's magnetic field, it can create a variety of effects, including the aurora, geomagnetic storm, and disruptions in the satellite and communication systems. The solar wind also has an important role in shaping the magnetospheres of other planets such as Jupiter and Saturn, and can affect the space environment in variety of ways. The study of the solar wind is an important area of research in solar physics and space science. Scientists use a variety of instruments including satellites and ground-based observatories to study the properties and behavior of solar wind. By studying the solar wind, scientists can gain insights into the fundamental process that govern the behavior of Sun and the space environment around it. In conclusion, solar wind is a stream of charged particles that flows from the Sun's corona into the solar system. It is created by expansion of the hot ionized gas in the corona and is affected by the sun's magnetic field. The solar wind has important implications for Earth and other planets in our solar system and is an important area of research in the solar physics and space science. So thank you for watching this video. We hope that you found this information informative and helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this, and also don't hesitate to share this video with your friends and family who might find it interesting. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video.